Hey guys, how you doing? On this video, I want to talk about one of the key questions I've been asked in past 48 hours, ever since this whole fiasco I had, with the LG and Samsung. The one question that everyone's been asking me on the comment section, I mean, constantly I've been asked this question on every single comment, on every of my videos, is what TV should I get? Should I go with the Samsung KS-8000 series and up, or should I go with the LG OLED series and their lineup models that they have? What I'm going to try to do here, I'm going to try to give you some factual information. I'm not here to tell you, okay, favor one over the other. Just know this: both TVs, LG OLED and Samsung KS series, they're both great TVs. I'm going to give you the factual information and I'll explain to you the difference between these two TVs. All right, let's go with the big Kraken. I call them a big Kraken because that's what the OLED right now, the LG OLED is. It's a big Kraken. Currently, right now, at the moment, LG has this new technology called OLED. Now, what does the OLED stands for? OLED stands for organic light emitting diodes. It's organic. It uses certain carbon oxide and some other substances they're put inside. I don't have all the details from LG Laboratories, but it's a substance that creates the organic light emitting diodes. These light emitting diodes, they lit up by themselves. Every and each individual of these light emitting diodes, they lit up by themselves, just like plasma did. The only difference between plasma and organic light emitting diodes is these are much more expensive to create in the laboratories, and they give you a much more reliable contrast, meaning that this white bright light's going to be bright like in real life. It's going to be bright. That deep dark black's going to be deep, as dark as they can be, just like in real life. And they're giving you that nice, natural, vivid, vibrant. In some respect, the OLED gives you that better viewing than your own eyes would be able to see. I mean, it's really that vivid and colorful. The difference is, like I said, the OLED uses its every and each individual diode lit up by itself, meaning that OLED doesn't have any backlit LEDs, which is great. This also means that the OLED doesn't use as much power. It's a very power efficient TV. When you buy the OLED, you don't have to worry about your electrical bill. With plasma, that wasn't the case. With plasma, you were spending a lot of money on your electrical bill with plasma. All right, but that's not to say that the organic light emitting diodes can last that long. So far, no one has complained about the OLEDs dying and not working properly, not to my knowledge, but it can happen. Now, LG OLED has fantastic screen. It's a new technology, and you're going to have the best possible picture quality available on the market. However, if you're in a market for gaming, if you are a competitive gamer and you really got to have that super fast millisecond response time, low input lag as much as possible, you're going to be disappointed by the OLED. You're not going to have that input lag. But this is only for people who are truly competitive gamers. If you're a competitive gamer, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a monitor that's only built like BenQ, a monitor that's only built for a low input lag. you're going to have it put somewhere in your gaming room, and then you're going to use your OLED in your living room for your movies and sports. That's what I'm guessing. So it's not a big deal, but just remember, I'm giving you the facts. Right now, at the moment, the OLED doesn't have the best possible input lag. I think it's like 33 to 44, something like that. With the new patch update, went down to 33 or 31 milliseconds, okay? But other than that, you do get that superb picture quality with high dynamic range and Dolby Vision. I'm just showing the different various TVs here and whatnot. I'm just on scrolling this just so I can have something on the screen while I'm talking. So that's the OLED. Doesn't matter which series you get the E, you get the B, 6P. They're all pretty much a OLED screens. They're all going to have the same technology, okay? Now let's move on to Samsung. This baby right here. By the way, I am using my LG V20 camera here. And yes, I do have my Samsung S7 Edge. The only reason I have this LG V20 is because of my Note 7. I had to return it. I had to replace it. So I have to get the LG V20. That's the reason why. But I still have my Samsung S7 Edge. This is a great phone, by the way, Samsung S7 Edge. It has a fantastic camera, too. It's a very fast phone. I love it. Now let's talk about Samsung KS-8000. Samsung KS-8000, number one, it's a LCD LED backlit TV, meaning it's still a LCD TV. All of them are LCD TVs. I don't care if they call them LED this, LED that. Deep down, when you peel off that panel, you're going to find the LCD panel on there, meaning it's an LCD with a LED backlit or edge lit. In this case, it's backlit, LED backlit. That has a quantum dot technology built into it that gives you that wide color spectrum palette across the screen. This is where the wide color gamut comes in, thanks to the quantum dot technology, which produces the billions of colors, spectrum of colors. Now, on top of that quantum dot technology, you also have a very high peak brightness nits, thanks to the very good backlit LEDs. So the best way to measure that peak brightness with a quantum dot color is with your backlit turned all the way to the maximum, and your contrast also turned all the way to the maximum. So that's how they measure that peak brightness, and it's measured to 1000 nits. Now when you add HDR with that color dot quantum dot coloring panel with 1000 nits of peak brightness, then you're gonna have the best possible high dynamic range picture quality. So Samsung KS-8000, it's the best LED LCD screen out there on the market because of that quantum dot wide color gamut and at 1000 nits peak brightness. Now the second thing that Samsung KS-8000 has is the game mode. The game mode has a very good input low lag latency. It's I think response time, the last time I checked, is 20 milliseconds. Some people are saying 19, some people are saying 18. I checked with Digital Foundry and they said they measured it. Ratings.com measured it. It's 20 milliseconds response time input lag, which is pretty good for a game. And Samsung KS-8000, it's a more balanced TV. And this is the reason why when people ask me why I recommend for people to grab a Samsung KS-8000 if they get a good deal on it. Like, look, if you're gonna spend $2,000 on the TV that I got, then you might as well go with the OLED. If you're gonna go that extra mile and spend $2,000 on a LED LCD TV with the quantum dot technology and all this other nits, then you might as well go with the OLED, okay? But keep in mind, you got to ask yourself, okay, what am I buying this TV for? Are you just buying a TV for gaming, or are you just buying a TV for watching movies and sports? You got to ask yourself that question. And I cannot answer that question for you. That's something you got to answer yourself that question. Okay. At the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be watching that TV, not me. The reason I went with the Samsung is because I do a lot of gaming, so to me, I gotta have that good response time. I tried the LG UH7700, man, played the Grand Theft Auto on it. It wasn't that good, man. You can feel it, really. It was like controlling a 18-wheeler truck. It felt that way. It's just not a good response time, all right? So you gotta ask yourself, what do you want to do? I say with Samsung KS-8000 series, you will get a good balanced TV, especially if you can get a TV for a good deal, for a very good deal. I got a good deal on this TV. I only spent $1,500. The original price was $1,900 plus tax, $2,000. If this TV was $2,000, I wouldn't have gone with it. I would have just added a little extra more money and go with a B6P OLED. But since I got a really good deal, brand new on this TV, I figured why not go get this TV right now, and then 2017 summer, June, July, I'll be able to get B6P for $1,500, or maybe even less than that. I'll be able to get that OLED TV, and I'll have both TVs. I'll have the best of the both worlds. You see, guys, I don't buy things all at once. I do it baby steps, one at a time, and I will have both of these TVs. And then in June, when I get my OLED TV and you see OLED and Samsung, are you rich? Are you wealthy? No, it's just I use a very good strategical, smart shopping. I know how to shop for these things. I know how to buy these things, okay? And I always will wait for a good deal on it. Remember, the early adopters will always hurt their wallets because it's the new technology, it's the new thing, and you're gonna have to spend that extra dollar for it. So it's been 12 minutes. Hopefully you guys, hopefully this helps you, just gives you some perspective. All of the stuff that I mentioned on this video, you guys can Google it, you can research it. If there's something I made a mistake, you guys can correct me on it. If I made a mistake with the milliseconds on the input lag, you guys can kind of correct me on that. I think it's 20 milliseconds. That's what I heard from digitalfoundryandratings.com. I know that there's lower end models, Samsung 6300, they can go up to 18 milliseconds, but that's really for if you're a true hardcore gamer. If you really want that response time, then yeah. But all in all, hopefully this video gives you my perspective on it. Remember, at the end of the day, it's you that has to ask yourself that question, because it's you that's going to be watching that TV, not me, not anyone else out there. Doesn't matter what they say. Don't wait for somebody else's approval to buy a TV. You are the one, that's your cash. You're the one that's going to be watching that TV. It is you. So you got to ask yourself your question. What should I get and for what purpose? All right, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy. Happy holidays. See ya.